I want to talk today a little bit about HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the building blocks or the foundation language for how the World Wide Web works. Getting more and more important to know at least some foundations of HTML and some basic things that you can do with it to spiffy up a web page or alter something or edit your website. So, for instance, for general use, if you use a blog, like if you're a blogger, most blogs, or pretty much all blogs, will give you an edit feature, edit HTML. So, normally most people would compose their stuff here under compose, but if you go to edit HTML, you can manipulate this with actual HTML code, and so you can get the page to do things that you can't do with regular compose. The same thing is true on wikis, and it's also true on our school web page. So, so on your teacher spaces, you can actually edit a lot of this with HTML. So I just signed up for my teacher space today. So you can see here I have a blank page, and so here's where my edit page looks like. And some of these areas will actually let me add some basic HTML code in here. So let's start with a real common one and real useful one. That's the embed code. And on a lot of social media sites, or pretty much every social media site, it's kind of a defining feature of it. There's an ability to share. And so on this one, you can go to this little icon down here. This is Blip TV, and it says email or embed this video. I click on there, and I can grab the embed code, which is this little thing right here, and I can copy that code. And the same thing is true on YouTube. So on YouTube, down here is where you get the embed code. You click on that, and the code will appear in this little section here that right now says loading. And I'm not in it. Oh, there it is. There we go. So this is the embed code. You don't have to know what it does or what all the little things mean. You just have to know that if you copy that embed code and paste it on your teacher space, or you paste it on the edit HTML part of your blog, or part of your wiki that allows you to change the source code, it will display that video there. And so let's try it out. So I copied the embed code from that Blip TV site. I'm going to go up here to introduction. I'm going to say edit introduction, and right here I'm going to just paste that code. And so here's the code. I save changes, and you'll see the video right there on my teacher space. Some other real useful ones to know. Let's go back into this. We'll edit introduction, and I want to, well, actually, if I want to make that smaller, you can kind of go through and pick this out. So here we have width equals 480 and height equals 390. And just so you know, on an embed code for most videos, especially YouTube ones, you'll see that appear twice, and you'll have to edit it twice. On this one, it looks like it's only once. So if I did this in half, so that'd be 240 by 195. Save changes, and there's the smaller video. So let's go back in here and we'll add some other things. So let's say I want to just have some text in there. So let's just say click to watch my video, and I'll be changing all this really soon anyway. So I'm going to put up a whole bunch of stuff in this teacher space just for demonstration purposes that you may not actually use. So if I save that, you'll see a little text there that says click to watch my video. But let's try this. If I wanted to make that bigger, I can do less than symbol, and all your code is going to fall within a less than and greater than symbol. Font size equals, and let's change that to, let's do like a 5, just to show you what that does. And then at the end of that, so I want click to watch my video, I want all that to be at font size 5. At the end I have to do \font. And everything in HTML has to have an ending. So if I save that, you can see that my words got much bigger. So I've gone through and determined which of these areas of the teacher space can actually be edited with HTML. And what I've found is the introduction compartment here will allow HTML code. So will the class notes and the miscellaneous sections. So those three sections are all will all work with HTML if you have some code you want to copy and paste. A great resource for learning HTML coding and to learn about some features of HTML is this website here called w3schools.com. It is the best textbook I've ever found for learning about web development or coding in different web languages like HTML, CSS, and so on and so forth. And it's a simple enough interface that most beginners can benefit from this, but it's also has enough complex information that even the most experienced developers will often use this resource. So if I just click on Learn HTML under HTML Tutorials, I have a little list here of all of the different all these different tutorials they have, and they'll give you a nice sample code here. So for instance, if you wanted to add some tables, this will give you, like for instance, here's a table that has the fruits and then the percentages over here. This will give you a rundown of how you construct that in HTML, and you can just copy that and paste it in your teacher space, and then modify these things here where it says row 1, cell 1, and so on to change the content of them. So then there's other ones here. So if you wanted to see how to change the background, you could, and it's worth playing around a little bit with this, with different things to see what will actually work. Because some websites will allow some things, and others will not allow some things. So you really just have to play around to find out what will work.